The Edmonton Oilers have made a huge trade with the Anaheim Ducks on this Wednesday morning, 2 days prior to the NHL trade deadline. If you're new to Oilers Digest, please subscribe to the channel. Here is what we know so far. The Anaheim Ducks are sending to the Edmonton Oilers, at the very least, centerman Adam Henrique and centerman Sam Carrick. That's per Frank Saravalli as of this morning. Salary retention is involved, as well as a third-party broker. What that means is there will be a third team to take some of probably Adam Henrique's salary to help the Edmonton Oilers out. Edmonton are sending a first-round pick for this season to Anaheim for the pair of Henrique and Carrick, plus another later conditional pick, which was then reported to be a fifth-round draft choice, which could move to a fourth-round pick, provided the Edmonton Oilers win the Stanley Cup this year, which, of course, is very possible. Now, let's take a look at who the Edmonton Oilers are getting in these two players, starting off with centerman Adam Henrique. Henrique has kind of quietly had a pretty solid season this year with the Anaheim Ducks. In 60 games, he scored 18 goals and 42 points. He's a +3 rating on an Anaheim team that has struggled at times for offense this season. We've seen other offensive players on the Ducks struggle this year for scoring. Henrique, not so much. This is a player who had a lot of playoff success early in his career, making it all the way to the Stanley Cup final with the New Jersey Devils as a rookie in 2012, but he hasn't had that taste of playoffs since he is going to be hungry for success with the Ducks this year. The other player they're getting is centerman Sam Carrick, 8 goals and 11 points in 61 games this year. Carrick is a centerman who is much better defensively than he is offensively, and that segues us into another point of this video, which is, where do these guys fit into the Oilers lineup? The Edmonton Oilers obviously have a lot of high-power offensive players. They have a very, very successful top line of Zach Hyman, Leon Draisaitl, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Here's their lineup prior to the trade, and to me, Adam Henrique is going to slot in right around where you see Matthias Janmark on that second line. Henrique can play center. He can play the wing. He's a very versatile player, as is, of course, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So you could see Henrique slot in as the second line center. You could see him slot in on the wing, or you could see him slot in on the third line, giving Fogle, McLeod, and or Perry flexibility to go somewhere else in the lineup. Now, the biggest thing that Oilers fans are going to potentially have a little bit of a problem within this trade, they will feel that a first-round draft choice is too much to give up for these two players. Now, my opinion is that is not true. This draft, and if you followed the prospects of this NHL draft so far, you should know this well. This draft tails off after the 15 to 20 range. So the Edmonton Oilers, obviously, they're all in for a Stanley Cup this year. If they do win the Stanley Cup, even if they make the conference final, their pick in the first round is going to be between 29 and 32. You are not getting the same caliber player this season between 29 and 32 that you maybe did in years past. So the Edmonton Oilers giving up this first round pick, as much as the first rounder itself maybe seems like an overpay for these two players, a 34-year-old Henrique and a 32-year-old Carrick, when you take a step back and you look at where is this Oilers pick likely going to be, and what are the players available at that point of this draft that they are walking away from to make the trade with the Anaheim Ducks, I don't have any problems with that whatsoever. So Henrique and Carrick are Edmonton Oilers. We don't know exactly what the third-party broker is going to be. We don't know if the Oilers have to give up any more to that third party to make sure that they get this deal done with the salary retention, but we'll have all of the details for you later on Oilers Digest. Thank you so much for watching.